go wake up, baby, it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's cheering pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out and stand with you, privilege you talk. When to tap our take you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever we're true. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you are gone home, for Yahweh so near to my home. It will like so late in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Whoa, Chelsea stands tall. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever we're true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby, it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's cheering pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out and stand with you, privilege you talk. When to tap our take you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever we're true. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you are gone home, for Yahweh so near to my home. It will like so late in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Whoa, Chelsea stands tall. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever we're true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby, it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's cheering pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out and stand with you, privilege you talk. When to tap our take you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand gone on. For Yahweh so near to my own. Ivalak so lepa in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Oh, Chelsea, Chelsea stands on. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever but true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby. It's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, let's chip and play. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every moment, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can breathe. Oh, take me out and stand. With you, privilege you talk. When to tap by taking you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever but true. We must be. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you will go on. For Yahweh so near to my own. Ivalak so lepa in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Oh, Chelsea, Chelsea stands on. Cover up with the hand. We give our all.
Yes, people, big up to all of you. Thank you. Thank you once again for finding the time to join us for another Chelsea News Roundup show. We have quite a lot to talk about. Maybe not a lot, but the truth remains we will talk a lot about the little we have lined up. We'll talk about Chelsea missing out on Maignan. We'll talk about other choices and talk about whether we actually wanted to sign a goalkeeper in the first place. But that's, by the way, I sincerely do appreciate you all finding the time to join me this afternoon. Let's get into it without wasting much of your time. And this is one of those days, if you have quite a lot to say, I'm not going to read everything you say, even from an angle that is strictly your opinion. I'd rather not. I'd rather you come onto the panel and spill your thoughts as you feel as you as you wish, so to speak. Hope we don't butter. When did you send this? I don't know. Maignan to Chelsea isn't happening. Maybe January, or maybe when his contract expires and he's a free agent. Right now, done. Okay. Maignan news are not looking good. I wasn't worried, and I'll explain why I was never worried. Whether here's how I've always seen it. If it works out, fine. If it doesn't, fine. Why? The two goalkeepers we have actually did finish the season better than Maignan. If anything, he's an elite ball-playing goalkeeper. In terms of his ability on the ball, he's better than the two goalkeepers we currently have. You can say two senior goalkeepers or starting goalkeeper, actually three of them. And that's just that. They finished the season better than him. But if you look at the numbers, their 24-25 season, he wasn't anything as close as them in terms of short stopping. But yeah, he much better, finished the season much better ball playing than they did. So I was never going to feel bad about it. I would have been happy had we been able to pull off the deal and he joins us because he's more experienced and you could say he's also a leader. He's been there, done, seen it all, and won it all. Actually, he has. Let me just leave it at he has the trophies to back up his pedigree. To for me, no, we haven't. It's not the end of the world. And if you remember, but before I continue, just give me 1 second here. I might make a yeah, that's over. But he may well still join us as a free agent. It depends if they're not able to convince him to sign a new contract. Yeah, been involved in some negotiations. Nice to see you, John. I think you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join us. Thank you. I haven't forgotten. It is not you can say, yeah, I forgot to do it, but that doesn't mean I've forgotten about it totally. But thank you for joining us, John. No signings. This is actually a mini window. The main transfer window hasn't actually opened. So calm down. I knew you were going to be losing your SHIT this afternoon. Winston still have Bluco out for what, really? Yeah. What else do we have? Yeah, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go along. Well, here's the thing. We were told, if you've been paying attention, I don't really necessarily understand the outrage. Why? The club they literally told everyone that yeah, that the goalkeeping position wasn't the goalkeeper position wasn't a priority. They did say that about 2 months ago or so, that they'd only go for a goalkeeper if an opportunity presents itself, and which simply means they're not looking to spend a lot on a goalkeeper. I don't know why that is difficult to understand. And when and so I don't know where the outrage is coming from, but sure, fans want us to pull it down for AC Milan so that they can be happy. And even if you're saying Mike Maignan, I'm not saying he's not a good goalkeeper. He's a world class level goalkeeper, but he wasn't that good last season. That's by the way. But if you've been paying attention, you'd know that the whole thing about pushing to sign Mike Maignan, even when we hadn't actually presented an offer to AC Milan, were just being pushed by big accounts because it brings the clicks and the money, and in turn the money, and people up to the whole thing. I was expecting us to sign Mike Maignan for pay AC Milan 25 million euros and sign him because he's Mike Maignan, not even looking at the fact that at the two goalkeepers we have, irrespective of how poor we believe they've been, finished the season better than Mike Maignan. You need to go look at it yourself. So it just doesn't make sense. And when a player has just a year left on his current contract and the player in question wants to join Chelsea, you don't just drop the bag. You can say, the opportunity to get the player for cheap. And even we weren't penny pinching that much for the fact that I think we offered up to close to around a million off how much Milan was asking. Of how much they were asking, but still people aren't happy. They just want us to bend over, and if at the end it doesn't work out, then they will turn on the club again. I remember when a lot of Chelsea fans were screaming for the club to pay the money and get or what's the current? I don't know if he's still at Manchester United actually, to get Andre Onana. Yeah, people were rolling over him, drooling and begging the club to sign him, and the club said no, we're not paying. I I can't quite remember whether we were interested in signing Onana at the time, but the price that we're asking, we weren't willing to pay that amount at the time. So I get it. People probably aren't looking beyond the name and looking at the fact that it just wouldn't make sense to pay AC Milan 25 million euros or even 20 million euros for Mike Maignan, who doesn't no selling value. That's for sure. And our current goalkeepers finish the season better than him. What sort of sense will it make to pay AC Milan that amount that they're asking? and we were never seriously interested in signing a goalkeeper. If this was Donnarumma, I say yeah, then we should just pay that Donnarumma for 40. Actually, I would say pay it. But Mayo, chances are he'd still become a Chelsea player because yeah, he will be a free agent soon. Except if Milan, by some miracle, if they're able to convince him to put pen to paper for a new long-term contract, then yeah, it'd be difficult for us to sign him. And I just don't want to gaslight you. Let's look at Maignan numbers compared to that of our current Chelsea goalkeepers. So it, and I don't know what world why the asking price may well be the reason there aren't so many clubs interested in signing him, knowing that in a few months he'd become a free agent. So why pay that much money for him? And especially if you're not in a desperate situation, and we're not in a desperate situation, irrespective of what you make of how you see Robert Sanchez as a goalkeeper, he finished the season strong. He was. You can argue it was his brilliance between the stake. I get it. He did make some high profile mistakes on a few on four occasions, which on four occasions led to us conceding goals. But if you paid attention, he was actually the reason why we didn't lose some of the games we won, and some of which ended in a draw. And the way he finished the season is an improvement. His high claim numbers improved significantly that we didn't actually notice that. Again, our struggles when it comes to defending set piece, nobody talked about it that much towards the end of the season because probably we employed a set piece coach that you could say helped him learn how to come out and claim the ball, because as a goalkeeper he does have an advantage to do so. So, but because Mike Mayer is the bigger name, people will almost always feel like, yeah, we missed out on, you could say, the difference on a goalkeeper that could have been the difference between us winning the league or the Champions League, the next edition of the Champions League. It just doesn't work like that. I would have loved us to sign him. Then we missed out on him. Fine, and I can tell you why missing out on him isn't the end of the world. And I've talked about that 1,000 times. So let's go here and do this. Data MB. I hope the pop-ups don't uh, don't suck up all the memories from my system and then lead to it freezing. Okay, let's go to players. Let me go to pro version so we don't have a lot of pop-ups. So missing out on Mike Mayer is not the end of the world. Our current goalkeepers finished the season better than him, whether you like them or not. So I would have loved us to sign him, but then again, at the same time, no, we don't have to pull it down for AC Milan to be happy. It just doesn't make sense. And I've seen people say, but we're spending this much money on kids here and there. So in your real life, you, because of your past decisions, you just go along. Just you follow the same pattern, irrespective of whether you're doing the right thing or not. It just doesn't make sense. So Maignan, 24-25 season. Okay, let's look at his numbers here. And then Robert Sanchez. Okay, there you go. Petrovic. So there you go. We're comparing him in his numbers to that of our two goalkeepers. Petrovic green, Mayer pink, and Mayer is blue, and Sanchez in pink. As you can see, in terms of defensive actions, two of our current goalkeepers, finished the season better than Mayer. Ariel, which also consists of high claims and all that, our goalkeepers, two of our goalkeepers, yep. Let's see. Robert Sanchez way better than Mayer, but in that aspect, I think Mayer, Petrovic, two of them did beat Mayer in terms of aerials. So you should pay attention to not look. We haven't missed out on a goalkeeper that you'd say had he joined us, that definitely will win in the league next season. No, our current goalkeepers finished the season better than him. Honestly, Where he is a far better than our current goalkeepers is his ball distribution. Short, long, those two metrics. And that's it. In every other aspect, our current goalkeepers did beat, they finished the season better than Maignan did. So context is important. But would I, again, I'm going back to asking the question, would I have loved us to sign him? I'd say yes, because he brings experience, he brings winning mentality, he brings a leadership, and that's it. And we were told that the goalkeeping position is not a priority for Chelsea. If we're talking about Donnarumma, then I'll not be happy that we had the opportunity to sign Donnarumma for 14, even for 14 million pounds, and we didn't do it. I wouldn't be happy if that had been the case. But that's not it. We're talking about a goalkeeper that, if we're going by his how he finished the season, with immediately choose our own goalkeepers, if we're being truthful to ourselves, except if we're letting the mistakes Sanchez made during the course of the season cloud our judgments, then yeah. But that's by the way. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular afternoon. So let's read the report. What it reads, it says Mike Maignan deal is off between Chelsea and AC Milan. Chelsea not willing to meet Milan's price. A deal not proceeding in time for Club World Cup. And I think you could argue another problem was that we wanted to sign him we wanted him to be part of our Club World Cup squad. And you could argue AC Milan, they knew that was the case and probably thought we were desperate enough that would give them whatever they're asking us to sign the player to be part of our squad. But no, we weren't that desperate. And I think we did want them. We did let them know that, yeah, we'll give them a few hours, but we're not that desperate. We can make do with the goalkeepers we have, and I'm all for it. And that sends a message that when you see Chelsea, you can't just up the price with the belief that, yeah, we will drop the bag and get the deal across the line. I just don't like that old Chelsea. Yeah, we've made a lot of mistakes doing that. So I'm happy. Hopefully other clubs get the message. If we come, if we tell you we need a player, if you don't listen, we'll walk. That's how other clubs do it. That's how Pep do. They don't persist. If they tell you this is our valuation of the player we're looking to sign from your club, and you feel like you can say milk you can say you can milk the life out of them, they walk. And I'm happy that we did that. So Chelsea not willing to meet Milan's price, deal not proceeding in time of a Club World Cup. CFC maintained full trust in Petrovic, Sanchez, Jorgensen plus talent Mike Maignan. We move on. It's really as simple as that. I'm not complaining. You complain, you've maybe because you did not remember that the club had told us that, look, we're not seriously looking for goalkeepers. We'd only sign one if we see a good opportunity, which simply you can interpret to the club not looking to spend a lot of money on goalkeepers. So why are people losing their SHIT? And Maignan did not finish. Our current goalkeepers finished the season better than him, way better than him in terms of shot stopping. What does he have over our current goalkeeper? He's won more trophies than them and a better distribution, and that's that. Yeah, but that's, by the way, look at his aerial performance. Look how the disparity in how better Robert Sanchez is than him. So, which means if he joins us, we'd start complaining again. You could say, we start conceding goals from set piece again. I'd rather we keep Robert Sanchez. You could call this copium, but the truth remains, I never said I didn't want him. I just wanted him because of his experience, winning mentality, and the leadership he brings, and that's that. When I looked at the number, I realized actually not much of an improvement to what we have. And you could argue that's the reason why Chelsea weren't willing to drop the bag and turn around. So nice to see you, Gittens. He's not running away. We're not willing to let Dortmund. We're not willing to pull it down for Dortmund. We're willing to wait until after Club World Cup. We continue the conversation. If in fact we've missed out on him. Ty, nice to see you all. Big to you too. I do hope you're doing well. You know what to do. We have the captain of the community in Constantine Dunton. Big up to you too, brother. I do hope you're doing well, and thank you for joining me on the panel. So Mike Mayo, for me, it's bye Felicia, and I moved on as quickly as I followed the story, as you can say, as excited as I was that we were going to sign him, and he brings experience. And for me, that's where again it stops for me. But let's hear your thoughts on the meltdown in the community and people wanting the club to pull it down for uh the club wanting people wanting the fans
Yeah,
wanting
meltdown. You can
it
say
down for
meltdown. Yeah,
midnight.
big up, Mitch.
Big up to you too.
Big up everyone in the chat there as well. I'm not sure. You keep breaking up. Is that you or?
It could be your end. Your sound isn't breaking up.
Yeah, you keep breaking up. I tried on YouTube. Connection problem. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you crystal clear.
Okay, cool. Yeah, look, I'm, the same as you basically. If we got him, well done. If not, well, we can revisit it again, or we just completely don't go for him anymore because obviously AC Milan, they're trying to, the Club World Cup tax, as you want to call it. They want to overcharge and they want to basically want to fleece us a little bit. The same with Dortmund as well. Dortmund's doing the same game. They're doing exactly the same, and we're not having it. So when we put them both on hold. So we'll see what happens later on. People are losing their minds because we didn't sign these players. It's no big deal. The window just opened. It's going to open again. The real window opens again anyway.
This is just
So
a
it's
mini
like
window.
was only for the Club World Cup teams mostly. So yeah, it's look, we're not going to pay that extra 10 to 15 million for Gittens just because Club World Cup. I think they're not going to do that. And Maignan's a little bit different, but still, the player wants to join us. He's got his contracts running, no resale value, etc. So I don't mind what the club are doing, and there's a lot of probably details that people don't know. I mean, we keep hearing stuff, but it's all over the place. None of it is accurate. One reporter saying this, one reporter saying that, one reporter saying something different. So we don't know what the real truth is. Only they know what's happening. But one thing I do know, probably the it's getting leaked out, but that's not coming from Chelsea because Chelsea have already made pretty strong comments about they're not going to leak anything out. They want to keep everything under wraps. But obviously, when you're dealing with Italian clubs are going to leak a lot of information out. So that could be a reason we walked away as well. We don't know, but yeah, I think there was too many other variables that people don't know. So we moved on and we wait and see. Like I said, the real window opens soon. We've got a long summer to go. We've got a couple of months to go. So we will make signings. Who we make, we'll wait and see. Could be the same players or could be some new players. We'll wait and see. But I'm not
He
worried.
could
I'm not
still actually
bothered.
join Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not worried. I'm not bothered. I mean, Dortmund, for example, they said they wanted 50 million for 55 million. We offered 55 million, and then they said no, we're changing it to 65 million. Double cup. So yeah, look, sometimes you got to learn to say no, and you got to set an example for other deals in the future, for other clubs looking at us. So you got to set an example, and you got to say no sometimes. It's simple as
Right,
that. You move on.
I think I honestly I'd say we sent a big message out. Look, we're not that club anymore. And
Exactly.
listen, I don't know in what world, I don't know where it makes sense to pay that much money for a player that has just about a year left on his current contract, wants to join us, and has told his
Yeah.
current club that he wants to leave. And specifically, he wants to go to Chelsea and Chelsea alone. No competition. No other club showed interest. It was just Chelsea. And he told them he wants to leave. He wants to join Chelsea. Why would we be stupid enough to pay 25 million euros? Then if it comes and fails, the same set of fan base will turn against Chelsea. And a prime example being PYS, who, when we missed out on Onana, you should see the sort of things he said about Chelsea.
Oh yeah. That guy, I don't bother
Yeah,
with that guy because he wanted Onana. He loves Onana, Felix, and these type of players. Yeah, I don't listen to what he says. That guy, yeah. Unfortunately, he's a big account. He always comes up, but I like to ignore because nothing ever comes out of his mouth that's proper. It's all emotional. It's all against the club, and that's not really seats in my opinion. So, yeah,
it just doesn't make sense, honestly. But again, I was ready to move on. I wasn't so. I was gonna. You guys had we signed him, I'd be very happy. I was because he brings experience, leadership, and all that. But I took time to
so
go
just
look at
imagine
how he finished the season.
you're the AC Milan hierarchy. Yeah, imagine the AC Milan like directors and stuff go to Chelsea page and they look accounts what they're saying. All the big accounts in Chelsea are saying pay them what they want, pay them even more than what they want to get the player. It's like the Chelsea big accounts not even helping Chelsea. They're not helping our club get better prices. They're actually telling us to overpay and do things. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyway, we move. We move on.
We move honestly. It's yes, then the way our goalkeepers finish the season. That department isn't an area of priority for us. I think we've always known that, and the club made it clear. So why? What is it for us? What is the? You can say the blowback, or you can say the meltdown. What is it about, really? It wasn't like we're talking about not signing the number 9. You get the point now. I know probably we'll still sign another type of another
Yeah, the
number
keeper
9.
was
The question now
never
is
really an
what
option.
profile will they end up signing when the transfer window proper opens, not the mini transfer window that just closed today. But of course, we're so spoiled. We just want the club to drop the money and take the player, take the risk. Then when it fails, they'd be the first to like turn on the clock. Go ahead, you were saying something.
Yeah, look, everybody was excited about back. All those big accounts said Petrovic is coming back. He's going to be the number 1. We don't need a keeper. Blah 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 blah. And now the Maignan stuff happened, and it's like everybody forgot about Petrovic. He doesn't exist anymore. And yeah, so like I said, it's all over the place. It's all negative, unfortunately. It would be nice if people are a bit more positive, but it's all negative, and it's all those big accounts that really don't like Clear Lake anyway. So that just gives them an opportunity to have another go at them. So it's just adding on, unfortunately. But they're not being rational. They're not looking at the bigger picture and the finer details and what we have already. It's just the Club World Cup window. It's not the official, transfer window. So yeah, it's a little bit. But hey, what can you do? This is social with the social media these days. That's what happens. Everyone can talk and have an opinion, and doesn't matter if accounts have 600,000-700,000 followers. They don't, they act like they have like 10 followers the way they talk sometimes.
Yeah, honestly, here's the thing. I'm listen. I'm not frost. I'm not pissed. Just disappointed that we didn't get him. But that's fine. I think we're fine. Actually, you
Yeah,
that
disappointed, but it's not over. So
yeah, yeah. It's not over. This is a mini transfer window. We don't have to spend stupidly because we can. No, it just doesn't make sense. And how much did we sell Kepa to Arsenal? Yeah, but I know he had a release clause on his contract. But that's by the way. I listen. I'm not. I don't want to start arguing with people online. And when I showed one of the guys that were arguing, that I showed them the statistics that showed our two goalkeepers actually, all our goalkeepers actually finished the season better than him, and in metrics where it matters. You get the point, Dante, in area where it matters, like defensive actions,
yeah, even
like
Jorgensen
area up,
people
which
are
is high claim and
Jorgensen as
everything,
well.
exits where
Yeah.
it matters, they finish better than him. The only area where he did finish better the season better than our goalkeepers is just with regards to ball playing, distribution, and all that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have Jorgensen up there, but I can't see because it's small.
I haven't checked. Let's see whether he did better than Jorgensen. I have Robert Sanchez and Petrovic, but let me add Jorgensen to the list. Philip Jorgensen, he doesn't have 20,
Oh
24,
yeah, I don't think there
25 at
was. I don't
Chelsea.
think he was on there last time.
Yeah, well, let's go with 23, 24, and he's in yellow. Even with 23, 24, shot stopping better than him. Defensive action about the same. Aerial, yeah. Where's him? He did better. Where's him? Maignan is yeah, still better than Maignan. You
And
see
ball
that?
playing, is that better than
Even with
Maignan? Well,
ball
it looks like it
playing,
is.
he's better than him in terms of short passes, long passes, close. Overall
Yeah,
volume of
he is. Yeah.
passes, a lot more
Well,
than
that's what I wanted
Jorgensen.
to.
Yeah,
I was gonna say he should be better than.
go
Yeah,
ahead. What you
exactly.
were
Look,
saying?
Jorgensen's. Yeah, Jorgensen's not. People not paying much attention to him, but he's probably one of the best in the world. To be honest, he's that
He
good with his
is,
feet.
and I think the
And I just
club
wanted to
knows
see
that.
that
The
to make
club
a
ain't
point
giving
there
up
that
on
yeah,
him.
he's actually a little bit better than he's better than Maignan, and Maignan is the lead at it. He's probably one of the other ones that's so good at it in the world. So yeah, look, we have keepers. It's not a big deal. If we were, it's an opportunistic signing. If we were going to get him, we got him. If not, we won't. And uh, later in the transfer window after the Club World Cup or in January, one thing I can tell you 100% certainty, Milan will not lose him on a free. There's no way they're not getting money for him. That's not how Italian clubs operate. Italian clubs will not, no one ever leaves for free in Italian clubs.
Yeah, that's by the way. I'm not forced. I'd rather we get the decision right than make a mistake or overspend. Um, Listen, Maignan, he may well still end up becoming a
Yeah,
Chelsea player
exactly.
as a free agent. Even better. So I'm not concerned. He wants to join us, except the truth remains as a free agent. A lot of clubs will come into the picture. So this is next one is Bynoe-Gittens. This one we're not walking away. I think we want to get it done. And you could argue the fact that you can argue the selling clubs, they know that we're looking to get these deals done before the start of Club World Cup, and well, they were taxing us for that. You could say
Hmm.
taxing us for our desperation. Maybe that may well be the case.
That's exactly what's happening, coach. That's number one. That's why we haven't paid. We've actually wanted. We actually met their valuation, but then at the end they decided to raise it at 15 million Club World Cup. So yeah, I mean, I'm
I
happy
think
we walked away.
is that still?
We
Are we
can't
still?
let these
I
guys.
think that one. I don't think we're going to get that deal done for Club World Cup.
No, no, we walked away from it. I saw all the reporters saying we walked away from it. It's gone because they decided to raise their fee up another 15 million.
Yeah,
So yeah, we
and
walked
you could
away from
say
it. And
after the Club
yeah,
World Cup, take
Gittins
our
was
time.
seen leaving
If they
training.
still insist, then look at all the options. Go ahead. What you were saying.
Yeah, Gittins was watched. He stormed out of training in his car and drove off. He was very upset. Not at Chelsea, at Dortmund, obviously. So because he's already agreed personal terms with Chelsea on a 7-year contract. All the big reporters said that. So he was not very happy that they raised the price, and obviously he wouldn't be happy. He'll be trying to push for a move. He'll obviously wanted to come to the Club World Cup, but Chelsea said no, we're not paying extra. We've met your valuation that you wanted originally, but now you raise it up to 65. Like, yeah, no, I think this one's off as well. So, well, it's too late now. It won't get done. It won't be able to get done now. So, it won't happen for the Club World Cup. But yeah, definitely not happening for the Club World Cup. And I probably wanted this one more for us because we need a winger with Sancho going back. We need a winger. Obviously, no Mudryk. So we're short 2 wingers basically, especially left wingers there. So this one was probably more important for me to get done. But hey, we're not going to overpay because, like I said, it's a bad look with changing the model. We're not that club anymore. And imagine like we want to get another player after that. well, those clubs are absolutely going to fleece us if that's the case. So we can't accept that. We can't accept them just raising the price after they agreed a price and then raising the price again because it's us. So yeah, I don't mind. We'll be fine. The group stage of the Club World Cup is pretty simple, to be honest. We don't have that many hard teams, to be honest, in our group. So you can still register players after for the knockout stage as well.
If we have a very solid midfield, I think we have enough good defensive players right now with the Hugo joining. I think we're fine, honestly. Um, I'm not I'm not complaining. I don't think signing what's his name. I do not think signing Maignan would have meant, yeah, we're definitely winning the competition. No, I don't think that that's the case. But that's, by the way, we were at the club for the first 4 seasons. Then Roman brought Marina in. Okay, I'm not sure I understand what you mean there, staff. Good evening to you too, Chelsea Ultra. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you for finding the time to be part of the conversation. You're not late. We started 41 minutes ago. You could argue, yeah, still late. But thank you for joining. Apparently, both Gittens and Maignan are off, at least for now. Chelsea don't want to pay a club or club tax. Club report says. Did we release a statement? Dante, you did say something to that effect.
No, I haven't seen anything. No.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I'm happy. I honestly, I'm proud. I could not be more proud of my club. Gone out those days, you can't do this to us. It would have been stupid to just pay how much they're asking. How much? But then again, if I see Chelsea fans saying that we could have gone for Desiree Duo, but when we wanted to sign him, when rumors was circulating that we wanted to sign him, Chelsea fans didn't want that. They were just out there saying how we're trying to sign another 16-year-old. Now look at how well he's doing at PSG.
Yeah,
All of a sudden,
it doesn't matter what the Chelsea fans said. We still went for him and we inquired we were going to get him, but he said no. He wants to remain in France
yeah,
and he
exactly.
wants to go to Paris because he's a Paris boy. So yeah.
So yeah, here's the thing. I'm not gonna. I'm not complaining. I'm disappointed, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. We still have good goalkeepers. He wouldn't have made much difference anyway, except leadership and the fact that he's won a lot a lot more than our current goalkeepers. At most, we will have one that won 2, and that's it. What else do we have here? So Gittens, I don't know. I wouldn't say we didn't walk away. I think in terms of Gittens, we did put the negotiations on hold. We'll continue after Club World Cup. That way, Dortmund will know that, yeah, we're not on that. You could say we're not in a hurry to get the deal done so that he plays certain competition for us, because we'd have the option to consider other players. So I'm happy. I'm happy we didn't just for the sake of having one more winger join us and I'd spend the extra 5 to 10 million. Tariq Josh can do good enough job. He's not perfect, but he said that we still have Pedro Neto, we still have Nkunku will still go, and Felix will still go to Club World Cup with us, right?
Apparently, yes.
Yeah,
Well, they
so
have
we
to.
still have
They
numbers
to,
in that.
unless we have.
Even if we wanted to sell him, I don't think we'd sell him now.
Yeah, it's part of preseason, so we'll have to.
Yeah,
100%. They'll be there.
so he has to be.
Yeah.
So why no fuss? But I think people are actually more outraged about the club missing out on Maignan. They don't necessarily care whether we sign Gittens or not. They don't actually like him. I think they prefer Williams, Rodrigo, those that actually their salaries alone, huge problem for the club. But they don't
Big
pay
shiny
attention
toys,
to that.
yeah, big shiny names.
Yeah. For instance, Judge Benson, the moment he heard that we offered 50 million, and he just posted, "I've had it. That's it. Just go get me Williams and get me the other guy," without considering that those guys, how much those guys are already on, or from the perspective of their respective salaries. It's just, I don't know why we cannot be rational. Probably because it's not our money. It's really concerning.
That's
More
right.
likes,
Yeah.
people,
Look,
more likes, 18
people need
likes.
to
You can
stop
do a
living.
lot better than that. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show.
It's
And
different
Chelsea
now.
are trying saying no, Felix, no Nkunku for Club World Cup. Oh, The list came out yesterday. That's the truth. And why didn't I pay attention to it? Dante, did you hear that?
No, no. Oh, yeah, I'm reading it now. I haven't
Yeah.
seen the list.
No Felix, no Nkunku for Club World Cup. Felix wants a cell to play there, and Nkunku has made it clear he wants out. Yeah, and the club want him gone. Both will be walked on respectively. So, oh, okay.
So they're not traveling. They're not traveling to the Club World Cup.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know. I
whether they're
haven't seen that.
traveling or not. Why? I thought they've released our Club Cup list. I don't know why I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, I don't know, Coach. I haven't seen it.
All right. Big rumors for the Felix to Benfica too. Yeah, I've heard that one too. And Shay Wendy 44452. Big up to you too. I don't know what the owners see in the sporting directors. I don't do you think that you sound as if you believe they don't know what they're doing? Um I'm not sure how to respond to that. I don't think they've done anything wrong, honestly. I get it. People only you can say people start having a go at them every time we start underperforming. But I haven't seen reason enough to join that group of people. I'm still neutral. I think they so far from a scouting perspective, you could argue they know what they're doing, and I don't think it's up to them to change the model. It's not. They have to follow the plan. They have no right to deviate from it. They have to do what the club wants done. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular afternoon. Up Blues, what time is transfer closing? He has already, hasn't he? Or not quite? 7 p.m. UK, right?
Yeah, 7 p.m. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you keep breaking up, Coach. I'm not sure if it's your system. You might want to check your
I have
internet.
checked. The signal is 100%. So because yours
Okay.
isn't breaking up, which means it's not my end. If it's my end, I
Okay.
think whatever that's happening will be happening for in and outgoings audio, not just one way.
Okay. No, that's good. Uh, yeah, it looks like just looking at that list you're talking about. Yeah, Nkunku's on that list, so he's going. The only one I don't see is Felix on that list, but Nkunku's on the list.
Okay, that's fine. So I don't think we actually lack numbers there. Um, and yeah, and a new player joining immediately, I don't know what sort of impact he'd make when even he doesn't hasn't played together with the players that his
Exactly, and
teammates.
that's one point I was going to make about Maignan. A keeper, especially, doesn't know his back line, doesn't even know the name of his players, doesn't know, you know, they like their passes. No, not early on. That's also a point. Exactly right.
Yeah, I think the issue might be from your end actually, because at some point it was breaking up. But that's by the way, more likes, people, more likes. We'll be rounding up soon. There isn't much to talk about once we're done addressing the items we have lined up here.
Mm.
Then we'll call it a day. So let's see what time is it in the UK, whether the transfer window has already closed. Let me check.
Yep, it's my McDonald's Wi-Fi, Coach. Unfortunately.
Okay, it's not strong. Sorry about that. So let me see, 7 p.m. UK time. All right. Ooh, just 8 minutes. That's in 8 minutes. So Jamie Gittens, I remember what I read online that we're not going to walk away from the deal, but we will pause negotiations until after Club World Cup, which makes sense. I think the club realizing that yeah, these guys just they want to drain the you said milk the life out of us because they realized we wanted to get deals done before the before Club World Cup starts. But I'm glad we learned, and we're not going to let them do that. Jamie Gittens has told Dortmund he wants to leave. wants to play for Chelsea in Club World Cup instead of Dortmund. And Dortmund, they don't like the manager. Don't value him. Actually, it doesn't suit the manager's. It
Yeah, because
doesn't
he,
suit the
he plays
manager's
with two
approach.
tens. He doesn't play with wingers, coach. So he's not really like, it doesn't fit the system that much. So
So why risk it? Why risk? You know, now the price would definitely. I think we'll probably aim to pay something lower after the Club World Cup. I don't know. No, I liked Gittens,
yeah, I can
but
see this one dragging out a lot after, and us eventually getting it lower. I think in the end, because they'll have no one else will pay that, not even close to that, and he doesn't fit their system either, and he won't be playing, and he's not going to be very happy either. So he's going to be pushing for the move. So yeah, I think we'll eventually get him, but obviously, I think for not for what they want.
do you think would go back to the table and offer something less than our last offer? I don't think we'd do that. If you remember, Bayern were actually interested in signing him. I don't know why they aren't pushing right now, honestly. So
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
transfer window
Look, I don't know
closes.
what.
The mini transfer window closes in about 6 minutes. I think that's correct. Yeah, 7 p.m. Not saying I am spot on all the time, but I follow and get a lot of pretty accurate news from multiple sources. So what do you have for us? I'm waiting.
I think he's talking about Nkunku and Felix. That's what he means.
Yeah, Arsenal might want Nkunku, but they're not in the Club World Cup, so they might not be able to get him until the official window. I can probably until the official window. If they try to sign, it's over. Yeah, definitely, not probably, definitely until the official window. Bro, you did say the same thing yesterday, and I say I don't know if that's a joke. I don't get it, and I'm not interested in that sort of joke. Please don't do that again. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular afternoon. We'll be rounding up soon. Big up Dante. Nothing for you, Kachila. You predicted we wouldn't land both players today. Did I say that? I actually thought we were going to land. Um, I predicted we would land both. Definitely, I predicted would land. Uh, Not predict. I did believe we were going to sign Maignan. Why? I mean, I'll break it down for you. He has just about a year left on his current contract. He's told them he wants to join Chelsea, and Chelsea alone, and actually threatened that he would wind down his contract and leave as a free agent. And I didn't believe Milan were going to risk it. Yeah, I didn't believe they were going to risk it. Gittens, yeah, probably he will still be our next signing. It might not be, yeah, definitely not now. Once the official window opens, it could still be our next official. That's the next player we announce as our new signing. So we've already signed Estevor Williams, so we'll get another announcement because he joins us after Club World Cup. But Gittens our next will definitely be our next signing. So I didn't predict we were going to sign Gittens today. I just knew he was going to be our next signing, but I also did know from time that there's a chance we're not going to pull that one off today. But Maignan, I didn't expect this to happen. I thought that's it. We're signing him. So, but he could still join Chelsea as a free agent, but it's difficult now. A lot of clubs will come into the picture, and
No, he won't be a free
Milan.
agent, coach. No
Sir?
chance of that happening with an Italian club. They will sell him either this window or in January. They will sell him.
Yeah, but the main window isn't opening soon. They'd still sell him at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Is that what
I'm
you're
talking
saying?
about soon, but they're not going to lose him for free. Italian clubs don't do that. It just doesn't happen. They just tried to get at to us, but it didn't work. And yeah, they will still sell him either to us to someone else, losing him for free. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're not going to risk that. Yeah, they still have this. Yeah, I think you're very correct. Definitely correct. They'd get another opportunity to move him on or risk losing him as a free agent. Yeah, the proper transfer window and not the mini transfer window, which ends in a few minutes actually. In 2 minutes. Yeah. Um, I was watching a comparison between Caicedo, Santos, and Esugo earlier, and I'm excited to see Santos. Apparently his numbers, he did what? His numbers wiped the floor with them. Really, we'll look at it in a bit. I'm still Kutila out. You can camp with Winstanley and Stewart. Lord Dante will take over. Thank you for your service. Just go away. Big out to you too, brother. Dems Marona, 4 nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Not in
Yep.
every metric, but most. He's a destroyer. He's more of a destroyer. And I remember, I think it was Rodrigo that said his first touch is the same as that of an elephant. But I beg to differ. I paid close attention. He actually does have good. Let me just stick with good enough. Good enough. He does have good enough touch, in my opinion. But I'm not sure what Rodrigo is looking for. He wants him to have the touch of Babatov before. Isugo, ESSU, right?
Mm.
Yeah, Dario Isugo,
Yep.
24-25. Who else did he mention? Ooh, defensive action is high. Caicedo.
That's
But
his job,
Santos
coach.
is
He
more of
does his
box to
job very
box.
well.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, yeah, Hugo, that's his job. He's a destroyer.
Yeah.
He does his job very well. He's not supposed to be a Messi and dribble around players and do that. That's not his job. His job is
And
to
he does
break
his
plays
job
up.
well.
Yeah, he does his job exceptionally well at a very high level. Yes.
And you can say as he gets older, he become more mature. So Andrea Santos, okay, Andrea Santos in green. Wow, they're
Yeah.
gonna compete a lot that day.
Yeah, but Santos is look. It's different in the French league. First of all, what he did, the role he played at Strasbourg is very different. So it won't be quite the same. The intensity is not even close. I mean, I watched a lot of Strasbourg games. I love Santos. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a good engine for a young kid. He's pretty strong on the ball, but the level of intensity and speed is much higher in the Premier League. So yeah, it'll be very different. That chart will be very different next year when he plays in the Premier League. It will not be anywhere close to that. But hopefully I'm wrong. But yeah, look, first of all, he'll have to earn a spot, which will be very hard with the players we've got in that position. But there's no pressure, at least. At least there's not much pressure, and he can, I mean, when he needs to do his game, play well. There's not
Mhm.
much pressure on him, so maybe that will actually help him quite a lot. But yeah,
Yeah,
look, he's an
and if you
exceptional
look at it,
player.
here's what something that proves that Isugo is more of a destroyer. He beats them both in terms of defensive actions.
That's number one. That's his job, like I said. His job is he's a proper defensive midfielder where, yeah, he just sits back and breaks up play, destroys, hardly goes forward. He doesn't go forward. He doesn't bother to that much. He has a shot now and then if he can, but he doesn't really go forward. But that's also playing for Las Palmas. They play back. They're not going to attack. So they low block. So it's
Yeah, so
also
it's
where he was
important to
playing as
consider
well.
the approach of the clubs.
Yeah, exactly, coach. So the approach is very different from team to team. So that's why like I keep saying, graphs, they're very one-sided. It makes the player look amazing, but they're playing in a completely different system and different team and different league. So yeah, you got to pay attention to those little details because yeah, otherwise, if you just look at it there, well, Santos has got better stats than all of them, but that's not the same in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's not the same. Santos more in terms of dues. I think you could argue if you see the way he applies himself, you could argue he a bit more competent than the others. But they're pretty much, you could say we have good whoever comes in. I don't think we'd have an issue protecting our defensive line. That's one thing they have in common. Defensive action is Sugo.
Not
The
anymore, mate.
disparity that is he beats them in that department a little bit. They're pretty much lined up close by in that department, in that metric.
Look, Sugo doesn't work. He doesn't to be effective. Santos needs the ball to be effective because he's a possession player. Whereas Sugo is not a possession player. So yeah, they would be very, very perfect next to each other when they play on the field. So we're covered in
Who
that
are the
area
Hugo?
extremely well. Probably one of the best, I think, in Europe, as in talent for that midfield area, central midfield area. Yeah, we're stacked now, so that's exciting to see. That'll be a to get that right and make sure everyone's happy, and because that'll be the challenge to keep everyone happy, game time, and make sure they all get along. That'll be the number one challenge.
Yeah, I agree. The midfield area, I think was stacked. Man, let's add Lavia in there. We still have Lavia. No need to bring in what's his name, Fernandez in there because he's different. If anything, we should compare Fernandez to Enzo Fernandez to Andreas Santos because he's the closest to the way the manager uses Enzo Fernandez now. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but Lavia isn't going to have good numbers yet.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
22,
Yeah. Yeah.
23, where he played a lot of games. Let's see. Lavia is in, yeah, yellow. I see. How many? 2,413 minutes. I see. We're good, yeah. But irrespective of how you see it and who you compare with who, we are good in the midfield area, really. All right, more likes, people, more likes, 18 likes. We can do a lot better than that. A lot of people are downcast, probably a lot of people enjoy it where the show is about bashing the sporting directors. That's what they enjoy the most. All right, Santos has a brilliant matrix for both roles, defense and going forward. I think defensively, Sugo beats him overall defensive actions, but Santos is one more duels, which makes sense. So let me see. Okay, let me try for Enzo Fernandez here, but they're not the same. I have to be honest. Enzo Fernandez has better vision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The good thing about it is
yeah.
that
This proves it.
yeah.
That's where the area where they complement each other very well. Two of them can actually start. I think if anything, Santos will be rotating with Moises Caicedo. Look at it. Well, I think we've always known, and I've always
Yeah.
told people they're different profiles. And these spider web, this spider chart, that's you can say it explains it very well. Look at key passes. Look at the disparity, the range of disparity between Andrea Santos's key passes to that of Enzo Fernandez. Progressive passes, the disparity is still huge.
Yeah, and Santos is more short passes from what I've seen in Strasbourg. He doesn't really do the long pass.
No, no,
He
sorry, I
likes
think
more short passes.
I called it the wrong way. Santos one more dual defensive action. Yeah, I think I did. I was correct. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly, coach. No, like I said, that graph will be a bit different when he plays in the Premier League for a Chelsea side that'll be on the front foot most of the time against teams. So that will improve a lot for Santos because he won't have to do that stuff, that much defensive work for Chelsea. It'll be very different. So, but yeah, they're the Enzo Fernandez is the most creative player by far out of all of them, 100%. But I think Santos can be that player that can replace. Like if he comes in, I think he still is. I think Santos is the only one that really can play that Enzo role. To be honest, out of all of them.
But will not be able to be as effective as Enzo in that role. But here's my point: both can actually start in the same game. I don't think we have the only person that should that be able that has the vision to be able to fulfill that Enzo Fernandez role as Simis Cole Palmer.
Yeah, Palmer. Yeah, but he hasn't got
Nobody
the
else.
defensive side yet.
Palmer is the
Yeah.
closest and the most capable of fulfilling the Enzo Fernandez role with his vision and everything. Nobody else. And a lot of people don't know that actually. They are usually comparing him with the wrong players, expecting him to be the most defensive. He will
The
never be.
problem with Palmer, coach, is he doesn't have the tank. He doesn't have the capacity to run as much as Enzo Fernandez, like a central midfielder does. He can't do that. Remember, I kept telling you who's number one for games, the data for all the kilometers run per game. Well, yeah, I think 10 out of the last 10 games, I think Enzo Fernandez was out of 7 or 8 out of them, number one running the most kilometers. He covers a lot of kilometers doing the runs in the box, getting back into the in defensive actions, running all around the pitch. So he covers a lot. That's one thing Palmer would not be able to do. He doesn't have that capacity to run that much around and have that. He would never be able to do that central midfield role like that because of that. That would take a lot of different type of training and a lot of endurance training.
Yeah, and Santos will be playing in the Club World Cup for us.
He will, yes, he will,
Yeah,
and he should get quite a bit of game time, hopefully early on, especially. Yeah.
we're actually stacked. We're actually stacked. The goalkeeping area shouldn't be, like you say, an area of much concern. Why am I saying that? That is because, listen, we actually finished the season with a good defensive record. That was a time we were one of the best defensive sides. Again, we had the best defensive record in the Premier League.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah, so
and the players know each other very well. They know all
yeah,
the patterns,
exactly.
they know the system well. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to have an impact at the Club World Cup. Maybe for next season with like Maignan, but not at the Club World Cup. You'll have a better impact with Sanchez actually in goal and Jorgensen because they know the team, the players, they know what players like, they know each other very well, they know the system. Yeah, it's the continuation of like exactly from what you said, the continuation of that those last 10 games especially. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, if our defensive, you could say if the defensive um output in our midfield area improves more, then yeah, expect a better defensive record. Because if you don't, if the opposition team don't get a chance to try our goalkeepers, you're not going to see a lot of mistakes. But there's a way the average fan reason. They don't see beyond. You could say they don't look deeper to try to understand how things work and why certain things they perceive as issues might actually not be issues. But who am I anyway? Let's see. Yeah, he has a brilliant metrics for both roles, defensive and going forward. He does, yeah, because a lot of forward passes for him, and he crashes the box too. But yeah, a lot of do's one, excellent defensive actions too, very well. But a very important metric to the way our manager likes to play, forward passes, progressive passes. Enzo Fernandez, I've always known he has much better vision than Andreas Santos. But no need to compare them actually when they divide. Just this comparison for me, driven by my, you can say, because I've not been able to understand why people think they're the same. Why people think if he comes, that's it for Enzo Fernandez. I just don't know why, really. Let's see what else we have here. I'm not saying he's better. No, I never said you said it's better. We're just comparing. I just needed to do that because I've been hearing quite a lot. All right, keep dropping the likes on seeing people. The likes do go a long way. The whole close. Yeah, the mini window is closed. The main window will open, and I see a world where we could field Enzo Santos and Caicedo in the same team, and I believe it will absolutely dominate. I think it depends on the game. We can absolutely see that. Yeah, I believe we finished with the third best defense in the Premier League. A good record. It wasn't perfect, but a good record. Chaloba, Colwell and Chaloba versus Jackson versus England. Oh, England versus Senegal is the game. Are they playing a friendly today? I've not been paying attention. Are they, Dante?
I'm not sure. I know they're playing, but I'm not sure when.
Oh, you know they're playing today.
No, they're playing. I know they're scheduled to play, but I can't remember when that was. I'm not paying attention to it, to be honest.
All right. Vic, elaborate. What are you saying? Vic, I see if I can hear him if he says yes. That was funny. I just realized that I did that. But that's by the way. We're gonna go
I'm sure
news
saying yes,
hunting and
coach.
then we'll call it a
Saying
day. It feels slow because a lot of people probably will be downcast. Um, I don't know why that is the case.
everyone's exhausted. They're all depressed. A lot of the fan base is depressed.
A lot of
The
people
season is
are.
over. The club is finished. Yeah, the club is finished. That's it. We should just put it up for in bankruptcy and just bankrupt the club, and that's it. It's done.
Hmm. So Jamie Gittens has told Dortmund he wants to leave, wants to play for Chelsea. So I think this particular deal will still get it over the line. Mike Maignan, not too sure because probably other clubs will join the race the moment they realize he's a free agent. And I'm hearing actually that PSG they're looking to sell Donnarumma. Why I honestly do not know. Honestly.
Yeah, well, that was a bit. I don't know. I don't know if I believe it or not, but he just won with them, so I don't think he won. And maybe he wants to leave. Maybe he might, but he might probably wants to go back to England, maybe or Spain or somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know whether any English club will sign him because I don't know how. Who knows how much he's earning now? Okay. Yes, England versus Senegal in 30 minutes. Yeah, I think we should go watch that game. Dante, nothing new has been much, but let's just round off quickly. Signing confirmed. Mamadou Sa, I like him. And physicality, Bobby loves him. So look at Vix, the number you're calling. Look at, do you see what Vic said there? The number I'm calling is temporarily out of service.
Yeah, the same thing that happened with him and Poch, exactly. Yeah.
England versus Senegal in 30 minutes. Thank you, Stav. I've seen that. I listened to yours. I hope Sarr stays. I really like him. Honestly, I will take him. Man City complete the
Oh, he's
signing of
staying,
Ryan
coach.
Chucky for 41 millions. That pisses
He's
me
not
off because
going
I
anywhere.
like
He's
that
staying.
kid. Sorry?
Probably get quite a few minutes as well at the Club World Cup earlier. He probably will get some minutes, definitely for sure.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Anything else? Nothing else here, Dante. I think we should call it a day, honestly.
Yeah,
21 likes in the back end, 1,543 views. Not bad, honestly, because the content space is also crowded with big accounts. Yeah,
and everyone's busy organizing the protest as well, coach.
yeah. So, people, I think there's nothing new to talk about. Nothing new has emerged. Let's go watch the England versus Senegal match. I think it'd be enjoyable. The mini transfer window is shut. Let's focus on supporting our club in the Club World Cup. Unfortunately for me, I've moved further away from the east, where I had access to lots of the stadiums where most of the games are played. Um, I don't think any. I would check the stadium. I don't think any will play it anywhere, and they play any close to anywhere close to Texas. I think it'd still be yeah in a place where I'd have to travel. Um, but that's why. Anyway, Dante, anything else you want to talk about, or should we call it a day?
No, coach, call it a day. Yeah, I'm going to sleep as well. I stayed up. You made me stay up, and I'm going.
I apologize.
I was
I
exhausted after all the
apologize, really.
Chelsea supporters.
No, I sincerely do apologize. All
I
right,
stayed
guys.
up, and
I appreciate you all
it's time
finding
to
the
go to
time
sleep.
to be part of the show. We'll see you guys next time. Vicky saying you're chilling with Abbott and Ted Cruz. Yeah, actually, the same county, Gogo. I'm in Ted Cruz's county, but we'll talk about that later. All right. Thank you all for finding the time to be part of the conversation. Sincerely do appreciate you all for finding the time to join us. See you guys next time. God bless us all and cheers.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. No knock. With every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge to our voices to the light. We love for the team, stand strong by our side.
Every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the skies. And if a cowboy said, for real does, and then with a love this storm, every phone says to bed, that bed was a strife. You, my heart, keep the blue flame inside like we soar. Through every challenge, we will never ignore. In unity we trust, our hopes on the rise. Chelsea spirit shines, bright lights up the sky. Chelsea fans, we won't stop believing. No knock. With every chant and roar, we rise for the fight. The blue flag in the air, let it fly with pride. We're gonna show the world all hearts open wide. From Stamford Bridge to our voices to the light. We love for the team, stand strong by our side.